Long ago, in a beautiful kingdom, there lived a young archer named Veer. He was very skilled with his bow and arrow, but he was also very proud. Veer believed he was the greatest archer in the world and wanted everyone to praise him. He dreamed of becoming famous and having his name remembered forever. One day, while Veer was practicing near a river, an old sage approached him. The sage wore torn clothes, but his eyes sparkled with mysterious light.
"Why do you look so hard, young man?"
The sage asked. Veer replied proudly,
I want to become the greatest archer in the world. My name will be written in history.
The sage smiled and said,
"And when you become the greatest, what then? Have you heard the teachings of Lord Krishna?" He said, "Focus on your actions, not the results."
Veer laughed and said,
I don't need Krishna's teachings. I can achieve anything with my strength and skill. Greatness is everything. I'll show the world what I can do.
The sage shook his head gently and said,
Pride blinds us, my child. True greatness lies in duty and righteousness.
With that, the sage walked away. Veer noticed something strange. The sage's footsteps left no marks on the ground, as if he were floating. But Veer ignored it and went back to his practice. That night, as Veer slept under a peepal tree, a bright light appeared. A divine messenger stood before him and gave him 3 glowing arrows.
Veer, these are 3 divine arrows. They will never miss their target. But be careful. Misusing them can lead to destruction. Use them wisely and avoid pride.
Veer took the arrows and thought to himself, now I am truly unbeatable. I will show the world my power. The next morning, Veer went into the forest, where he saw the same old sage sitting on a rock.
Oh, the great archer has returned. Have you truly mastered your arrows?
The sage asked.
Of course,
Veer said proudly.
these arrows are unstoppable.
The sage pointed to a huge tree with golden leaves.
If you are truly great, use your first arrow to cut exactly 5 leaves. No more, no less.
Veer smiled confidently and shot the arrow. But when the leaves fell, instead of 5, 10 leaves fell to the ground.
How did this happen?
Veer asked, surprised. The sage said softly,
The arrow did its job. But did you do yours? You didn't think about what you were doing.
Veer grew angry. He took out the second arrow and aimed it at a majestic eagle flying in the sky.
This time, I won't make a mistake.
But just as he shot the arrow, a strong gust of wind blew. And the arrow missed the eagle. Instead, it hit a nest in a tree. The baby birds inside cried out in pain. and died within moments. The mother bird wailed in sorrow. Veer's heart sank.
No, I didn't mean to do this.
The sage said sadly,
You thought of success, but forgot your duty. The consequences of your actions matter more than your intentions.
Now, Veer had only one arrow left. Veer was heartbroken. He turned to the sage and asked.
What should I do with this last arrow?
The sage smiled and said,
Use it thoughtfully. Focus not on success, but on doing what is right.
Veer took a deep breath and looked around. He saw the crying mother bird and then the fallen nest. Instead of aiming at anything, he shot the arrow into the sky as a prayer. Suddenly, a miracle happened. A divine light spread across the forest, and the baby birds came back to life. The golden leaves on the tree turned green. Tears filled Veer's eyes.
I understand now. True greatness isn't about winning. It's about doing the right thing.
The sage began to glow brightly and disappeared. Veer realized that the sage was none other than Lord Krishna himself. Veer fell to his knees and looked up at the sky.
Oh, Krishna, I was blind, but you have shown me true wisdom.
A divine voice echoed.
A true warrior is one who performs their duty without worrying about the results.
Veer was a changed person. He now understood that true greatness wasn't about fame or skill, but about doing the right thing. This story teaches us that we need to focus on our action and not the results. Pride blinds us, but wisdom shows the way. True greatness lies in doing what is right, not in winning. Remember, knowledge grows when shared, and dharma shines brighter when followed. So, if you are inspired by this story, hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a new story. Like and share to spread the wisdom. We thank you for watching and hope to see you again for our next video.